say my name is Brent Lee. I'm a candidate for sheriff. First thing I'm going to do is thank everybody for being here tonight. It shows that you care and that you're here. I'm a candidate for sheriff. I grew up in Trinity County. I graduated from Grossman High School in 1969. My parents were Dick and Debbie Lee. I have two brothers, Charles and Benny Lee. I'm married to Elizabeth Ann Avery in Pennington, Texas, and we have 3 children. I have over 35 years of law enforcement. I got my start in law enforcement right there in the Trinity County Jail where my dad was sheriff. I worked as a dispatcher and jailer. Did a little bit of all of it my last 2 years in high school. This was over a 2-year period. It was unpaid, but it's probably the best experience I ever got in my life. I worked 1 year for the Department of Corrections. Then I became a patrolman for the Livingston Police Department. In 1972, I was hired to the Texas Alcoholic Beverage Commission. I spent 30 and a half years with them. 20 of it was in management and supervision. I became a supervisor in 1981 until my retirement in 2002. I was manager and supervisor of 16 county districts for over 20 years. I am now a reserve deputy for the Houston County Sheriff's Department for Sheriff Darrell Bobbitt. I am a state licensed peace officer, and I have a master peace officer certificate. As your sheriff, I will put together a professional department that meets all the needs of the people of Trinity County. I will insist on a move of cooperation and trust with all local agencies, as well as state and federal. I will closely work with neighborhood watch programs, Crime Stoppers, and other neighborhood programs. As all of you know, most serious crimes occur at night while most people are asleep. I will manage the work schedules to have more deputies working at night. I'll put a deputy on each end of the county. I'll have a supervisor in the middle. This way they can not have to make 100-mile-an-hour trips across this county, risking their lives and everybody else's lives trying to answer calls. It'll also help get the calls answered more promptly. The supervisor stationed in the middle there will be able to do backup for those deputies on the outer line areas. Plus, they'll be able to give them some guidance.
Trinity County, I believe I know most of y'all in this room tonight. Just a little bit about tonight is on April 27th, 2007, I was appointed as Sheriff of Trinity County to fill out Sheriff Jimmy Smith's term. I was one of 5 candidates who submitted their resumes for the appointment and reviewed by the commissioners and the county judge. The people who applied were Doug Page, who was a very good man and a retired DPS trooper, Tom Hester, who's retired from the Texas prison system where he served, mental health counselor and has been a peace officer since '92. Jim Gratz, an ex-Houston police officer and the former chief deputy. Wayne Huffman, a Trinity County deputy since 1975, well-known member of the Trinity community and a long-term volunteer fireman. Wayne is close to retirement from the United States Postal Service. Amongst those 5, I believe that they chose me because I was the best qualified, and I believe I've been doing a pretty good job as the sheriff. Now, I can't stand here today and make any promises to you, tell you what I'm going to do, what I'm not going to do, or anything like that, because promises also lie in the inner line of a budget. You have to have a budget to be able to promise you things like other officers and other deputies. When I took office, we had 1 deputy on duty on the schedule. Currently, we have 2 deputies, and with the resources of 8 deputies, that's pretty good for what we have as far as scheduling because of the restraints that we have during the daytime, with Tuesday and Thursday being district court and other court days, transportation of inmates. Now, what I can tell you, a lot of you know me, so you know I believe in family. I believe in our kids going to school and being safe, coming home and us not worrying about as parents what's happening to our children at school. I believe in our wives being able to go to the grocery store with our children and coming home safely and not having to worry about what happens to them between point A and point B. I believe in our community, and I've been right here in the community for the past 5 years now, 4 years and 2 months at Trinity Police Department, and the past 10 months as your sheriff. I've been right here in the community, in the gutters, in the ditches, with the criminals, working to do what we can do to prevent crime. Now, I know that mistakes are made in life, and it's a belief of mine when people make mistakes, criminally wise, that yes, they should be punished, and if somebody makes a mistake in their life, then yeah, we should give them a chance. But once that chance, after they abuse that chance and they get arrested again and again and more crime and commit more crime, then yes, we need to try to get more prosecution to send them to prison or tighten up on the punishment for them. I'd like to work well with the DA's office and county attorney's office. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Ricky Hartman. I'm currently the Constable Precinct 2 since 1993. Graduated East Texas Police Academy in 1989, and since that time I've earned my Advanced Peace Officer Certificate, Sexual Assault and Family Violence Investigator Certificate, and Advanced Peace Officer Certificate. I'm a lifelong resident of Trinity County and have a deep desire to make Trinity County a better place for us to live. I have a wife and 2 kids, one 9, one 21-month-old, and they are the reason I want to be your sheriff. We do have a drug problem in our county, and it needs to be addressed. And I believe that through the contacts I've made through my years, 18 years in law enforcement, I can help the problem. There's no way we're going to do away with drugs. It's impossible, but we can sure slow them down and run them somewhere else, out of our county, somewhere else. And I think bringing the drug program back to this county would be a step in the right direction. And once we get the initial funding for it, I think it can maintain its own self through seizures from the drug dealers, make them pay for the program. I just would love to be your sheriff, and I would appreciate all your support, and look forward to talking to everybody after the forum tonight.